5 seconds to go. Start. In his presence, the dead body of a medium built female aged about 30 to 32 years, half burnt over her upper part, including her face, was dug out, and Rohini Kumar Chaudhary conducted the inquest over the dead body in presence of these persons and submitted his report, Wide Exhibit 4 Inquest Report. He also deputed one executive magistrate to keep the dead body for 72 hours till it was identified and ordered him either to bury or burn the dead body thereafter. PW18 conducted the post-mortem on the dead body of and found 64% second-degree burn injuries in a decomposed state. According to his opinion, Exhibit 11 post-mortem report, the victim died due to asphyxia and the burn injuries were ante-mortem in nature. They jointly lodged a first information report before the Golpara police station on that day itself, narrating the entire facts of discovery of the dead body, which was registered as Golpara police station case number 174 of 2009 under sections 302 and 201 of the Indian Penal Code. On 28 June 2009, Sub-Inspector PW21 of Baralamukh Police Station arrested the sole accused and brought him to Golpara. According to him, Sheetal Das confessed of committing murder of Pratibha and concealing her body at some place of Golpara. When he was taken to Golpara, Sheetal Das did show the place where he concealed the dead body of Pratibha. It was the place where the dead body was found on 1st June 2009 by the locals. He also led the police to the place where he threw the vanity bag of Pratibha, and the same was seized by Binay Kalita, Wide Exhibit 7, in presence of her brother PW7 and PW8, a tenant of Chitranjan. Both of them accompanied Binay Kalita to Golpara at the request of Binay Kalita when the dead body was recovered and the accused was arrested, so that they could identify the dead body and affirm as to whether the dead body was that of Pratibha's. Chandan identified the articles seized by the police to be that of Pratibha's, and from the photographs taken of the dead body before being disposed of in absence of persons claiming the same, he also identified the dead body to that of his sisters, that is Pratibha's. In the vanity bag found under a culvert, one salwar, one dupatta and one golden lady's watch belonging to Pratibha were found. Two mobile sets were also seized from Sheetal Das, Wide Exhibit 8, in presence of PW9. On the basis of investigation and disclosure statement Exhibit 15, Sheetal was arrested and his handwritings were taken for expert opinion. Those were examined by PW17 Deputy Director, Question Documents Division, Forensic Science Laboratory, Assam. In his opinion, Exhibit 9, he has categorically stated that the person who wrote the sample writings also wrote the questioned writings. And this opinion was derived by comparing the styles, slants, movements, alignments, skill and spacing of the letters. It may be worth mentioned herein that at the first sample of handwritings sent for opinion, no sufficient capital letters were found, and hence, as requested by him, Deputy Superintendent Pandu Division, Guwahati City, Wide letter dated 15th July 2009, Exhibit 10, forwarded fresh sample writings containing capital letters, and the opinion was derived on examination and comparing those freshly received writings with the questioned writings found in the letter purportedly written and sent by Amit Sekia of Jorhat. On completion of investigation, PW21 submitted charge sheet against Sheetal Das under section 302 of the Indian Penal Code, Wide Exhibit 16, and sent for trial. However, the trial court framed charges under sections 364, 302, and 201 of the Indian Penal Code. Sheetal Das abjured his guilt during the trial, and in its statement under section 313 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, his plea was of complete innocence. He only admitted of seizure of 2 mobile sets by police, Wide Exhibit 8, and rest were all denied. After conclusion of the trial court acquitted him of the charges, the same being not proved beyond reasonable doubt and being aggrieved. This appeal has been preferred by Pratibha's father. Upon carefully examining the materials available on the records and upon hearing the parties, we are of the considered view that the appeal deserves to be dismissed for want of sufficient evidence against accused Sheetal Das. Admittedly, this is a case where there is no direct evidence against Sheetal Das. The prosecution has tried to establish its story only on the basis of circumstantial evidence against him. The circumstances by which the prosecution tried to link Sheetal Das were having a love affair with Pratibha and her refusal to marry him when he proposed letter written by Sheetal to Pratibha's father in the name of Amit Sekia after her missing, matching of his handwritings with those of samples taken in the hand of Sheetal, messages sent from the mobile of Pratibha to her family, disclosure statement of Sheetal, and extrajudicial confession made by him before police. Stop.